I'm Rob Thomas, editor-in-chief of Club and Resort Business, and this is another episode of the Club and Resort Talks podcast. Today's guest is Mike Poe. He's the general manager of Quintero Golf Club in Arizona, and he discusses the club's massive renovation of their award-winning golf course. But before we get to that, I got to tell you that Club and Resort Business is launching an engagement summit to advance membership strategy and connection. The new event set for October 5th and 6th this year at St. Andrews Country Club in Boca Raton will bring together club professionals for focused education around attracting, retaining, and engaging members. It's going to be fantastic. We've got Melissa Hanson on board as the event coordinator, and she is knocking it out of the park. If you know Melissa, you know that Melissa is a rock star in the club industry. So we have everything out there at clubandresortbusiness.com. Go look at the engagement summer, sign up. Let's get you there. Let's get everybody involved. We want to share the best practices across the country and elevate everybody's operations. So, fingers crossed, everything's going to go off without a hitch. It's a brand new event. There's always a lot of moving pieces and parts, but we're excited about this. So please get on board and let's take this to the next level. I got to tell you that today's podcast is sponsored by Landmark Golf Course Products. Landmark creates custom-made furnishings and accessories for club golf courses and clubhouses across the world, using the finest of raw materials, such as gorgeous rhino wood and highly sustainable easy care. They manufacture and tailor-make products according to your needs. Look at rhinowood.com. rhinowood.com for more information. Thank you, Landmark. Let's get to the news. I already dropped the biggest bomb on you, which is the engagement summit. I don't know. I keep saying summer. I'm just excited for summer, I suppose. But let's tell you that there's also a new golf course joining this Hawaiian golf experience. The new three-hole short course, the Three Pearls, as it's called, offers fun and challenging play for golfers of all skill levels at the Pearl at Kalauao. I don't know. Boy, it's Hawaiian on Oahu, with hole distances ranging from 40 to 60 yards. Momi ʻEkolu is ideal for beginners, juniors, casual players, and advanced golfers looking to sharpen their short games. I'm sure I butchered every aspect of that, but it looks fantastic. And I mean, you're in Hawaii, you're in paradise. Little three-hole short course, 40 to 60 yards. Just another thing to do. They just completed a massive renovation at the Pearl late last year, so everything's looking up down there. Next up, let's go to Cape Cod. The club at New Seabury in Mashpee, Massachusetts, is now part of Concert Golf Partners family. Storied U.S. Open champion Francis Ouimet once described the 300-acre oceanfront property as the Pebble Beach of the East. Wow. The club at New Seabury on Cape Cod spans 300 acres with 9 holes alongside the ocean. I was there 6 years ago now. It's been a while, but they've done some work to bring the water. You can see Martha's Vineyards across the bay to bring the water into view. Raised a fairway on number one, I know, and they were these sand dunes that kind of went along, so you knew the ocean was over there. You could hear it, you could feel it, but you couldn't necessarily see it when you're playing some of the holes. Now it's all visible by raising the fairways and looking out over there. When I was there, I got to see some seals just out and about. And great food, great experience. Concert Golf Partners is going to just keep on building on what the Carl Icahn and his team did. Chris Card was there. He was a terrific host. So looking forward to getting back there again sometime. It's only about an hour and a half from Boston. I guess an hour and a half from Boston, depending on traffic, could be 3 hours. But it's part of Cape Cod, and Cape Cod is absolutely beautiful. Last but not least, the Meisner. I want to first apologize before I tell you about this. The cutest construction workers, uh, this side of the Village People, right? So if you're familiar with the disco phenomenon back in the 70s or early 80s, look at these kids. The Meisner A team kicks off a clubhouse renovation. The Delray Beach, Florida club enlisted its junior construction team, who received a fun and educational lesson on the steps involved in upgrading life at Meisner Country Club. They are doing so much at Meisner. It seems like every week or every other week we're getting another press release about this happening or that happening. They're doing fundraisers. They're doing for charity. They're renovations left and right. So fantastic property down in Florida, and good on them. But let's get to Mike Poe. And before send it over to Mike Poe and Quintero Golf Club, again, I want to tell you the engagement summit, not summer, engagement summit in October. Let's get on board and let's blow this thing up. Hello, welcome back to the Club and Resort Talks podcast. I'm joined by Mike Poe, General Manager of Quintero Golf Club. Mike, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Hey, Mike, thank you very much for being here. Before we start the meat and potatoes, could you give us a 10,000 foot view of Quintero?
Yeah, well, this course started out in 2000. It was originally designed by Rees Jones. It was designed to be private, maybe 10, 12,000 rounds per year. And fast forward to 2008, the economy crashed. Our ownership was lucky enough to purchase it and open it up to the public. And ever since then, been doing about 40 to 44,000 rounds a year and working our way up into golf course elite, if you will. Getting high up in the rankings on Golf Digest list, and we're proud of this journey we've been taking for the last 12 years.
Well, that's fantastic. And I know you just brought Rees Jones back in to do a major renovation. What can golfers expect? I think what October we're looking at?
Yeah, providing the monsoons are mild, they're not predicting them to be mild, but we're shooting for around that October 16th timeframe for a reopening. We'll do a media day first, and then have our on a Thursday, and then do our reopening. Quintero 2.0 will happen on the day after Friday.
Wow. So what has it been a wholesale substitution? Everything's new?
It's going to be a brand new golf course with the exception of fairways. Yeah, we're redoing greens which kind of started this journey about 5 years ago. We were in talks with Rees Jones and his group, and just keeping an eye on how our greens were doing. They were the old pin links bent greens, and they did very well for a long time. We were very lucky to have them go well into the 22, 23 year time frame before we started to see some issues. Fast forward to last year, we put together the plan with Rees Jones, Total Turf, and put a plan together for an execution of this summer. And we're in uh, full go mode right now. And Total Turf is doing a fantastic job. Reese's guys have been out here. Steve Weiser's been out here three times already. Um, And then, yeah, we're just going. We're just really working, focusing hard on the greens right now. And then the bunkers will come in second. We're trying to work them in parallel. Just depends on how I don't know if you're familiar with Quintero. There's a lot of challenges on the location of how we access and egress the property with equipment. So, our superintendent, Josh, has done a really good job of laying out some different areas where we can put all the materials, lay them down, and then transport them to the holes we needed. But again, back to your question, was we're doing a full bunker renovation and full green renovation, trying to work them in parallel the best we can.
So you had mentioned that Quintero's not it's not a goat track. This is a nice track, beautiful layout. There's a balancing act here to balance to preserve Quintero's signature features with the need for modernization, right? Now, I guess, how is Rees Jones balancing that?
That's it. That's the $1 million question. That was part of the conversation before we even started this journey. I mean, number one golf course, goes back and forth depending on who you talk to. In Arizona, we're a top 100 in the country in facilities. So we wanted to make sure that we our wishes were heard that we want to stay there. We don't want it to, if you do a renovation and you go backwards, you go, hey, what have I done? Um, so we wanted to make sure that we did a improvement and in hopes to work our way up the rankings and not just stay where we're at. Status quo has never been our style here, so we want to make sure that everything we're doing is going to improve the product, not just maintain it. The term maintenance really bothers me in this industry because our superintendents aren't there to maintain a property; they're there to improve it daily and always come up with a plan. So we're looking for that improvement component, and they've done a real good job. I mean, we've redone the practice facility top to bottom. That was kind of our litmus test, if you will, for the what the greens were and bunkers were going to look like. And I was impressed. They nailed it right out of the box. So we're going with that plan and with those new designs for our bunkers, and we're really happy so far with what Total Turf and Rees Jones has put together for us.
Well, we got Rees Jones. You got the right guy for the job, obviously. Any golfer feedback over the years incorporated into the renovation plan?
Oh, of course, yeah. Bunkers were too deep. Greens weren't healing fast enough. So all those reviews we took into consideration. I took to heart because I wanted to make sure when we went with the 007 XL, we were getting an impact resistant and a drought tolerant surface for out here, and still maintaining a bent grass feature because that's what this course was built on. That's what we're known for, and we wanted to make sure that when we went into the green renovation component, that everybody understood the importance of maintaining the bent type of grass. That's important. And at the same time, maintaining the original size greens. Our greens shrunk almost 30% across the board over the years. So we brought them back to original size, which was, it's impressive to see how big they are. I've been out here for 12 years, 13, almost 13 years. And even then I knew they were shrinking. I didn't realize how much. And now to see the taking them back to their original shape and original contours, it's impressive. It's impressive how big these greens are.
That is a phenomenon that never ceases to amaze me, how greens shrink over time. And like you say, you're seeing them every day. You don't necessarily notice that they're shrinking, but I mean, 30% is a massive amount. How are you keeping your regulars, your golfers, informed about the process and the progress?
That's funny. I just met with a marketing company today. Uh, I've taken a different strategy, and I hope it works. I call it, I don't know, for lack of better terms, I call it drip marketing. Just a little pieces of information over this project is kind of what I want to release. We do have some good pictures, and I don't want to take the surprise out of it. So we're not releasing too many photos of what's going on. We'll release a few, but I want to keep some mystique out there so that when people come back, that we can really wow them with what we have.
So social media, maybe a little dripping here.
Little bit, yeah, a little bit of social media, a little bit of local stuff, local media too. I think the press day, I know the press day is going to help. We're going to get some A-list celebrities out here to help launch off the media day, so that will be fun. And then just like we do at Quintero, we just let people tell us how good the place is. We don't want to impose our beliefs on it. We love the place, but we want our guests to tell us how good a job we've done.
So have you had any golfers kind of come through and peeking through the fences?
Oh, they try. Yeah, we get it all the time. Yeah. I was just in the neighborhood. Well, our neighborhood is we're good 30 miles from civilization, so you weren't just driving around and getting in the neighborhood. So good thing we have it sealed up. We have a good security here. Everything's fenced off, and you can't get through the guard at the front until unless you're a homeowner.
Sure. So you had mentioned a little bit about how you just don't want status quo. I mean, you don't want to say, okay, we're here, renovation, we're here. What does the what does success kind of look like when all is said and done?
Ooh, that's a great question. I think success, and how good a job we've done is left up to our guests. I look at it, and I looked at a practice facility yesterday, and I was on the grounds with Rees Jones' group and Total Turf, and everybody's blown away how good the project is coming along. But again, at the end of the day, we're only as good as our guests think we are, and so uh, I think with our great customer service and a great product, what I've seen so far, people are going to be blown away with what they see.
Well, hey, fingers are crossed that monsoon season takes it a little easy on you guys this year. I'll get you out on this one, Mike. I always ask our guests to take out the crystal ball.
Yep.
5 years down the road, 10 years down the road. I know that we're in the process right now, but what do you foresee for Quintero in the near future and not so near future?
If 5 years out, it's getting exciting. We got some development going across the street, and I think when that development hits, you'll see it'll be a good time for us to kind of incorporate our plan of growth out here. We've been lucky enough to purchase more property uh, adjacent to the current golf course right now. There's plans to build another 18. There's plans to build a nine-hole course, which I think is going to be beneficial to us. I'd like to see a nine-hole course come in for the junior golfer component or the beginning golfer, entry level, male and female golfer. I think that would be a great shot in the arm for this property. And then a boutique hotel and a convention center. There's a lot of things that are up in the air right now, and there's our ownership is around a lot smarter people than myself to accomplish those things.
That's all we say. As long as there's people smarter than me, we're in good shape.
Right.
So, hey, Mike, thank you very much for your time. And remember, stay cool and SPF 50 and above.
Yep, absolutely. We do. And if we'd love to see everybody out here mid-October, and you can get on our website, and we'll release those opening dates for sure when we get into that overseating component. That'll give us a good head start or a good idea when we're going to open.
Beautiful. Appreciate your time, man.
Rob, thanks for having me. Appreciate you.